Today we're going to be doing the Formidable Foe second year at Tokyo School level. Now the reason I am showcasing this particular one is because the recollection on it is actually needed for a strategy in a video I just recently put out. The one right before this today actually, or yesterday depending on when this goes out. But this recollection is super good because it's one of the only recollections that can do this. It's free to play and it's near the top of the tier list still, even now on JP. So what it does is triggered upon using any command skill, recovers 360 ultimate gauge for self. That is insanely good. That's at level 2, but if you have it at level 1, it's not going to do nearly that much. It's still going to give you ultimate gauge, but not 360, so keep that in mind. The additional skill, when a wave starts, applies 25% physical technique damage, taken decrease to self for 3 turns. So it's going to give the person that you put it on less damage, and it's also going to give them ultimate gauge so they can get their ultimate quicker. This could be really useful on Domain Megami. It could be also really useful on Gojo to get him more ultimates before he leaves on turn 7. So you guys are definitely going to want to grind this out. Now, as for which stages I'm going to show you Extreme 1 and Extreme 2, because honestly, hard, this is probably one of the easiest stages to beat. You got 2 enemies, you just have to beat it without any characters withdrawn. That's essentially it, and beat it within 8 turns. It's really simple, and the team I used to beat hard is going to be the exact same team I used to beat Extreme 1. So let me show you guys that team, which is this. The only difference is now I put Mai on a sub slot because I didn't have her on a sub slot before, so I didn't get the mission complete to complete it with Nishimiya and Mai. You want this recollection on Nishimiya specifically if you don't have her leveled up very high like myself, because that's going to give her resurrection and keep her alive, because if anybody dies, that will not allow you to complete all 3 missions in one go. As for Megami here, he is able to be switched out. You can switch him out with like Kaito here. Kaito's a very good character for buffing Gojo's damage, so you could run Kaito. I just like Megami more because Megami's absolutely freaking goated, and he's a new character, so I want to use him. But if you wanted to go the free-to-play route, put in Kaito here, and then, you know, everything here is pretty much free-to-play with the exception of Gojo, but most people have Gojo. So with that said, 45,000 recommended combat power. Red type is advantaged. We're using a blue to do all the damage. Let me show you how this goes. So in extreme difficulty, we have 3 enemies, whereas in hard, there's only 2 enemies, so keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and start turn 1 by doing all of our buffs. Make sure you use this skill with Nishimiya because it gives her evasion, which helps her survive. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do skill 2 there. And we want to buff Gojo for turn 1 at the very least. This is a max level Gojo, except for his skills aren't fully maxed, so keep that in mind. They're like around level 7, so you should have your Gojo as high a level as you can when you take this on. We'll go ahead and buff. We'll do this again, and we'll do the skill 2 one more time, and we're going to switch to skill 1, and Gojo should actually break the enemy right here, hopefully. There we go, beautiful. Nishimiya resurrected right there, as you can see, very crucial, but now Gojo has his ultimate and you just wipe. Pretty straightforward, right? So we'll go ahead and wipe, and this should be the end of it. We don't even actually really need Megami for anything. It would probably be better to have another support here as opposed to Megami, because Megami literally offers nothing to the team in this particular stage. In Extreme 2 he will, but in Extreme 1 not. He doesn't do anything. So there you go, that's Extreme 1, all 3 missions completed at once. Just put this character on the sub slot because nobody's using her outside of, you know, this Formidable Foe battle. You want to do it with all 3 missions specifically for these medals right here, because these Phantom medals, once you get 1,500 of them, it does take a lot, you can get a free SSR character, whether that be Jogo or Hanami. But yeah, make sure you guys are farming this out. And with that said, we're moving on to the next difficulty, which is going to be Extreme 2. Okay, so for Extreme 2, we're going to be using this team right here. We're using Inumaki for his ability to give Jujutsu gauge rate to these 2 characters, and then we have Yaga here as well for the buffing, and he also gives Jujutsu rate with this recollection. Then we have a buff recollection on Inumaki. Hopefully this will go alright. I think it'll go fairly okay. With that said, let's hop in. So the nice thing about Inumaki is he has a stun as well as the ability to buff your allies, so the fact that he can do both those things is actually really nice. We'll wait to do the damage boost till next turn. We'll go ahead and we want to make sure we use this. Let's go ahead, do this, and then what else do we want to do? Yeah, we'll attack this front guy because he has two ultimate gauge to get there. These guys have 3 and 4, so he's going to get his ult first, so he's more dangerous, and we'll buff Gojo for this turn. Ultimate gauge for everybody. And that will be a turn 3 ultimate coming up with Gojo, which will be helpful. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and buff again. We will use this skill and we're going to stun. We're going to skill 1. And we're going to skill 1 here as well. This should maybe break the enemy. We'll see. Okay, so he's stunned. Did not quite break. Would have been cool if we did. Okay, so Gojo has an ultimate. We can do this. We can... we don't need to really use that. Let's go for a stun on Maki just in case. We'll do a skill 2 here. Yeah, that works. And then we want to use Gojo's non-standard, and we should be able to nuke them. If we don't kill, then we have Megami's ultimate coming up next turn, right? Which will help a lot. Hopefully we break at least the back 2. Oh yeah, definitely did. Let's go. Thank goodness Panda targeted Gojo there and not any of the other characters. So we're going to target Panda, obviously. We're going to go ahead and... yeah, we can ult here. We can afford it. We can afford an ult. And we'll do this ult. Want to make sure it's targeting Panda. And then we will... actually, nope. Everything on Panda because she's broken. And then if he dies, it'll automatically target her. So we should have done it though. That is within 7 turns. Dang, Inumaki broke him on his own. Crazy, we didn't even need Megami. Alright, here's Megami's ult though. Oh yeah, we won this. Easy. Okay, and then Gojo finishes. There we go. And that's how you do Extreme 2 with all 3 missions cleared. Pretty simple and straightforward. We did use, 2 free-to-play characters. We did use the new Megami. New Megami could be replaced, as you guys saw. He wasn't really super effective throughout that entire match, so he could be replaced with another character like Rare Kaido, and I think it would work out just fine as well. Hopefully this helps you guys out, and if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.